Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch here. I'm back with some big, bad, breaking SSOU news. Hope everyone's doing well, but I'm here with an update on the Sword and Shield Overused metagame. We are suspect testing Kyurem. That's right, guys. For the first time in over 6 months, we finally have another suspect test. The long-awaited day has come, and the subject of this suspect is going to be Kyurem. Let's get into why, how, and all other details. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you so much to Tala, my council member friend. They've been really helpful, instrumental towards getting the suspect up. They posted the OP, major props to that. I always love being able to delegate the work a little bit, share the love. So that's always super duper fun, and they wrote a great post outlining everything. Also want to say thank you so much to everyone who responded to the cheering survey. Almost half of you guys responded in favor of the suspect test of Kyurem, and of those high in the ladder that played a lot in tournaments, 69.44% of you guys in particular supported a suspect test or ban on Kyurem, and ultimately that support, coupled with council discussion, which was more or less unanimous after seeing those numbers, made it clear that we had to suspect test Kyurem. Kyurem was something that had, the overwhelming support by those people with more experience in metagaming, a decent amount, more than anything else by almost twofold in the metagame for support in general, so felt like a no-brainer. But why Kyurem? Kyurem, a Pokemon that was previously not even OU by usage this generation. Kyurem, a Pokemon that at one point in time was thought to be more reliant on things like the trio trapping or Magnezone for support with the Dragon Net set. The special sets were seen to be more mediocre or cheesy. What has changed? Well, first and foremost, we've seen an evolution of the set mix of Kyurem. While Choice Specs is still a great set, we're seeing things like Never Melt Ice. You can kind of pick and choose your counterplay. You could run your Specs Focus Blast and Ice Beam to nuke Special Defensive Clefable, hit things like Blissey and Tyranitar and Heatran. But alternatively speaking, with the Never Melt Ice set, you could hit things like Toxic with Freeze Drive, and then next turn you could still hit Heatran with that Earth Power. Or 2-kill Clefable with Ice Beam if physically defensive or knocked off regardless with Ice Beam that's still strong. And it's like, oh, he specs Ice Beam, goes Small Metal, Earth Power can 2-kill that still, The fact of the matter is being able to switch up moves is huge. And yes, it is a bit defog reliant in that sense, but with prevalent defoggers like Landorus T, Tornadus T, Zapdos being common in the metagame, that's not too big of a problem. In addition to that, we also see, the heavy duty boots sub roost set with pressure. It's amazing. It could definitely outlast a ton of things and gets a ton of chances to freeze would-be checks or counters with freeze dry, which is a really legitimate and threatening strategy. If you get a couple of freeze turns on Scizor, all of a sudden that's gone. Same with Clefable, those Pokemon gone. All of a sudden, Kyurem is just going to get a kill every time it comes in. Moreover, Dragon Dance sets are also really strong, particularly when paired with Magnezone. The 48 PP of Icicle Spear coupled with, the sub-roost pressure shenanigans makes it really hard to check. Obviously, there are other options as well. A Choice Specs, again, it's not even the main set, probably more like a tertiary set nowadays with sub-roost and Never Melt Ice being super common. And they've kind of warped the way Kyurem is functioning in the sense that now you, as a Kyurem user, can pick what checks encounter you. You want to be good against Blissey and would-be, specially defensive pivots like Special Defense Tyranitar, run Specs Focus Blast or run physical sets with the Dragon Dance, Icicle Spear, and you could eventually beat them down easy. You want to be good against say Toxfix plus Heatran cores with Protect, run the Never Melt Ice set, like that, because you can bluff Specs and then Earth Power the Heatran or Freeze Dry the Toxic, those type of cores, and then you want to be good against Clefable. Never Melt Ice or Specs both can break through Clefable within an easy period of time, but also sub-roost sets, eventually peep your style out Moonblast, you get a lot of chances to freeze, you kind of can work your way around that. Want to be good against Loking Galar, either run the Dragon Dance set, or Specs can just wear it out over time. And Roost Never Melt Ice sets can beat it too. Sub-Roost sets, maybe a bit less efficient because you're risking a lot of poisons, but yeah, the really only universal checks and counters to it would be Volcarona and Scizor. Volcarona fears Specs Draco Meteor, but that's it. And Scizor is really good against it. It does risk freezes and Specs Focus Blast to killing, but it's got Bullet Punch still, so yeah. I'd say that's really it. And when the list of universal counterplay is that limited, it's that small. Obviously, there's things like Shedinja as well, but we don't count those because it's Shedinja. It's tough. A lot of teams are running things like, oh, I'm just going to be good with Clefable runs down. You get frozen or crit at any point in time, forget about it. And you get a lot of opportunities to do that when you're first to soft boiled every single time. And Kyurem is going to enter a lot. Why? Because it's got such great natural bulk. The natural bulk on Kyurem is really a big distinguishing factor. And we outlined this here in the first paragraph. Typically, the barrier of entry for top tier breakers is higher due to more fragile or quite slow. Due to being more fragile or quite slow, whereas many bulkier Pokemon lack the sheer offensive presence to break through teams. But Kyurem is capable of putting it all together. It's got the best of both worlds. Is it the bulkiest Pokemon in the metagame? No. Is it the fastest Pokemon in the metagame? No. but it has enough going in both ways. Immense natural HP and decent enough natural defenses to where it should be in good shape. It's always able to come in, bulky water, Lander's Tea, it feasts on those things all day, and tomorrow it's going to live. It takes a ton of things behind substitute as well, which is really impressive. Speed, pace 95, I believe. Is it good enough? Yeah, it's going to outrun 3 or 4 things on pretty much every non-hyper offensive team. And on top of that, it's able to lift things like super effective priority. For example, bullet punch from Scizor, it could shrug off, it could take for even under 50% potentially, which is pretty huge. All in all, you know, hyper offensive teams can suppress Kyurem, particularly if they got Volcarona or Scizor, just because it's only going to come in once or twice, but even then it still comes in and has a great chance of getting a kill. Balanced teams are really where Kyurem is the moneymaker. You gotta run Scizor, you gotta run Volcarona, and those Pokemon, you know, they're not that great in the metagame right now. Volcarona is a super inconsistent Pokemon, and Scizor, you know, you're forced on the back foot a ton, you're forced to roost a lot and give it free turns, you face Magnezone, you face Spikes, it's not going to be great off. It's going to enable those things a ton, it's going to lead to some passive sequences, and the fact that Kyurem enables this means that Kyurem teams, unsurprisingly, have been super successful in recent months. Be it in the recent Smogon Championship League, in OLT, or high in the ladder, we've seen a ton of Kyurem success, and it should not be surprising that Kyurem has been such a dynamic Pokemon. Kyurem, all the sets are outlined here. I think I went through them pretty well, but if you got more questions, I definitely would consult this post. I think the survey was really the tipping point, to be honest, as we outlined here. Again, 69% support is a massive amount. And I also want to say, I've been logging on Twitter, Facebook a lot, like searching my name just here and there. Like, everyone thinks we're suspecting Kyurem solely because I lost a tournament game to it. The game I uploaded on the channel where I got 6-0 from the lead, which, by the way, it's a funny game. And I'll be the first to admit, I got fucking obliterated by Kyurem. But, like, I just want to, like, let you guys know, like, that's not a thing. Like, we did a whole survey. Like, I wasted a whole weekend evening out of my life getting that survey up, and then another night going through all the results and tallying up the numbers. Like, I have the receipts. Like, I don't know what else I could say. Like, Kyurem has been on the radar for a couple months now. We've included it in multiple surveys. We've done our due process. Like, I'm wholeheartedly sorry that people think that, but I'm only one vote. I'm only one voice in an entire room of people who are vocal about the metagame, are active in playing the tier, and have their own opinions formed. And it was pretty much unanimous after seeing the survey results that suspected among councilmen. And on top of that, it was clearly supported enough in the survey, as I gave you the numbers before. So I just don't know what to say. I'm sorry if people are upset that I'm losing the Kyurem, or if they think I'm the sole reason why the tier is going the direction it is. I'm sorry if people don't think Kyurem is suspect worthy. And I generally hope that we could find a metagame that pleases everyone, but we've been getting favorable responses in this survey. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback, so it feels like, you know, that one guy in the room that's like, oh, this is a Finch suspect, no one else cares about Kyurem. It's just like, it's kind of like weird. And I hate that that's like half the noise that's getting towards me, because I love interacting with you guys. I love engaging, be it in the comments or on Twitter, Discord, Showdown, whatever it may be. And I feel like my kind of niche as a tier leader that distinguishes me from the pack, all the other guys in council, maybe in leadership positions, is that I'm always engaging with the public. I love to learn from you guys. I love to interact with you guys, and that's what I have the most fun with. I'm super transparent about that, and it's been a blast. Ever since I got to leader earlier this generation, again, more recently, I've been able to make so many connections with people. I've been able to forge such a bond with the community as a whole, but also specific subsets of the community, that I've found myself actively happier when I'm, you know, posting on the forums or just talking crap in a PS chat. And, you know, that's something that during the peak of a pandemic, when, you know, I'm in a pretty transition phase of my life where I'm going from, you know, being a student to being in a full-time job, and eventually I'm going to move out. And, like, it's nice to have that little sunny spot in my day. So seeing that, you know, some clouds hang over that with guys, like, just talking mad crap, like, saying that I'm, like, ruining their metagame, their passion, like, I guess that rubs me the wrong way, man. Like, I know you're not supposed to take things personally when guys like jive at you like that, because there are a million people that are always gonna have an issue one way or another. No matter what decision I make, suspect Kyurem or not, there are gonna be people that are upset on either side. There's no way to please everyone. That's just the fact of the matter. But I guess when there's things with such heavy personal connections being, you know, accused at me in such an accusatory fashion, if you will, that's like, damn, people think I'm like unethical like that. Like that ain't it. So I just want this to be like a big PSA. Like, man, this has been run by whole normal due process. Like, this is not the Finch got 6-0 by Behe, let's suspect Kyurem suspect. Nah, this is like a legit suspect. So I'm hoping I can like run on with the memes, you know, move on with my life. But man, if you guys want to talk it out, like, message me. Like, I'd love to talk things out, provide clarification, like, get your opinions and let you guys know mine. Like, that's what this is all about. That's what I love the most about this community. The fact that we can have these free-flowing discussions. And this isn't anything like crazy or like anarchy or anything like that. Nah. So it'd be great If those could maybe be toned down a little bit, you know, just being completely honest with you. All right, I think that's all I got. I'm gonna try and make some videos suspect lettering for either this or BDSP. We'll see. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hope you all had a phenomenal day. Always a pleasure to speak with you. Okay, later, guys. Bye.